I used to take everything for granted. I used to take my health for granted, and I used to take for granted the fact that I was able to do sports pain-free. But everything changed last year. I entered a jiu-jitsu tournament. And before, I had entered many jiu-jitsu tournaments successfully, even won some, and never had an injury or something. I trained jiu-jitsu quite a lot. I was very excited about the sport. I still am very excited about the sport and eager to maybe even get a win. I won my first match really quickly, but then the second match happened. And after a few seconds, I turned a little bit too much with my throw and my opponent fell on my straight leg, and yeah, it tore my ACL and I had cartilage damage. I screamed, and I was, from the moment my opponent fell on my leg, in so much pain, and not only in physical pain, but the much worse was the mental pain, because I knew kind of right away that I wouldn't be able to do sports for the next couple of months or even for the whole year. And soon after the tournament, I even had to undergo surgery for my ACL, but also for my cartilage damage. And jiu-jitsu was something which gave me community, it gave me friends. I went there to learn, to improve. It was so much fun just driving away from practice. I often felt so happy. And everything in that moment was taken away from me. And yeah, I really kind of felt lost. Depression is a very strong word, and I think it's used way too early for a lot of people. And yeah, I wasn't depressed, but I was down. Like I said, I was kind of a little bit lost, because sports and especially jiu-jitsu gave me so much in my life. And now my mindset has completely changed, because again, I'm faced with my old knee injury, and I may even have to undergo surgery again for my cartilage damage. Whenever I'm hurt or whenever I can't do something in sports, I try to work around the injury. So I entered upper body training like almost straight, like 1 or 2 days after I got out of the hospital. That helped me mentally a lot, but I guess it's also a rule for our entire lives, to just focus on the stuff we can control. And that's a concept from Stoic philosophy, which was something I read quite intensively, especially in those days where I was not able to do anything but sit on the couch and move my knee, and do very, very small, tiny steps to recover. And since that day, I was getting better. I focused on the sports I could still do, and that was pretty soon cycling. So I started first indoors, but then also bought a road bike and tried to get outside again and move. And that was really the first times like sweating a lot again. And then I could also start to do swimming. I was slowly getting into running, and that was kind of the birth for me to become a hybrid athlete. But being back at jiu-jitsu was not even close in sight at that point. The doctor said you need to really wait 1 year in order to reduce the risk of re-injury. And that's what I did. And I got better. I still got better in the things I was able to do, like all the triathlon stuff, the fitness stuff. I did a lot of knees over toes exercises to enhance my recovery and build my legs in a way that I thought was going to be stronger than before. But it seems like cartilage damage is something which you in some cases never really recover from. If it ever goes away, I'm extremely lucky, because despite the surgery, there's still a big hole in my cartilage. And right now I'm doing an alternative therapy for my cartilage, which gets collagen in my knee. So yeah, with the hope of recreating some cartilage. I know in the US, for example, it's very common to do stem cell therapy. Here in Germany, it's very limited and regulated. You're not able to do it basically. So that's something I might even look into in the future. But what I'm taking away from the pain and the injury is that it's not given that we are able to be pain-free in every training session. Every training session, every tournament, something can happen. We can injure ourselves every day. And no matter the sports you're in, it's something we sign up for. Injury is part of the game. But too often we forget that our health is not something to be taken for granted. Instead, we should really, and that's my reminder in this video as well for myself, really be so grateful to be able to move, to do sports, to do our favorite activities, our passions, without pain. And often the pain is so much that we have to stop it for at least a time, or undergo surgery, or wait until we can get back. And then we forget that we were in pain once we are back. And we don't appreciate the fact that we are able to go to practice. But like I said before, I want to remind myself, and I want to remind everybody watching this video, to really be freaking grateful for every session you can do with your body, because probably you're going to get injured as well. And then you will think, I would give so much just to be back at my old self, just to be able to do the sports I love so much again. So let's not forget how blessed we are in the good times to be able to move and to do our sports. And that is my reminder for myself and for you, to never take it for granted. There's an exercise in positive psychology by Martin Seligman called 3 Good Things, where we kind of take a gratitude journal and write down 3 good things at the end of each day, something we are grateful for. And as an athlete, I always write down the things I still am able to do, or the tiny steps I make on my journey to full recovery. And I hope that is something you never forget as well, to be grateful that you are able to move. And if you're going through an injury right now, I wish you all the strength in the world, and that you come back stronger than ever.